Welcome back. I am so excited. Today I have another interview, and this one is with a realtor. Her name is Meleah, and she is a realtor for Realty Austin, now Compass, as they're going through that transition. And it's a great interview. Not only do you learn a little bit more about Austin and about Meleah, but also just kind of what really makes her stand out, but also how, as a business owner, how listening to what our clients' needs and wants and what it is that they're looking for, and really bringing our expertise in that can really help out and make you shine as a business owner. So I'm really excited to introduce you to Meleah, and I hope that you find it useful. I hope that you find it interesting, and like I said, I'm always going to put their information down in the description below. I do want to just quickly say that Meleah was very gracious. We had some technical difficulties during the recording, and so we had to kind of switch platforms. So I apologize. There is going to be a point in there where it's going to kind of switch, and I apologize. She's very busy, and I didn't want to take any more of her time, so I apologize for the quality of that, but she did a fantastic job, and she was so gracious to give up her time to be able to do that, because she is extremely busy, and she has some great insight. So I hope you enjoy it. Check it out, and leave a comment. Don't forget to check out her stuff as well, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks so much for joining me today. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to come do this. I know that you are super busy, and especially since last year, you've just been doing a lot, and I really see your LinkedIn, your Instagram, all those things, and you're doing a really awesome job. So if you don't mind, just could you share just who you are, what you do, all that sort of stuff, whatever you want to our audience, just so that they can get to kind of know you. We'll just kind of go from there.
Okay. Yeah, my name's Meleah Wehman. I am a realtor with Realty Austin / Compass, because we have now joined forces. So lived here almost my whole life since I was 4 years old, so I consider myself an Austin native. Been doing real estate for the last, let's see, yes, 8 years now. So yeah, and love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Love Austin.
And
Yeah.
have you always been with Realty Austin? Well, Compass now. Have you been with the same one, or have you done different ones as well?
I started out with a very small boutique brokerage when I first got licensed. And then went to Riley Realtors, which is they merged with Realty Austin.
Okay.
And so here I am again. We merged with Compass. And so, yeah, same situation.
Yeah, they just kind of keep buying themselves out. That's kind of cool. Awesome.
Right.
And so you said that you've been here in Austin since you were 4. So yeah, definitely native Austinite. I know it says that on your website and everything. And you've really been doing that. Is there anything in particular that you find interesting? Obviously, for those who don't know, Austin has exploded in growth. How I guess one question I think would find interesting would be, what was it, I guess, before 2020? What was it during the last couple of years, and how does it look now? I know it's kind of a loaded question, but how did it look before? How did it look during the pandemic, and how does it look now?
Right. Well, I think pandemic definitely did change us and our perception of the speed of the market, what was normal, what was abnormal. We kind of all forgot what a normal market felt and moved like. And so I feel like we're finally back there again. We're experiencing a more balanced market, more similar to 2019 and prior to that. So, yeah, with the pandemic and the artificially, low interest rates at that time, and 2 to 3%. I mean, it was a buyer frenzy. So, everybody was moving in for different reasons, whether it was, job related, politically related, there was a huge influx of people coming to Austin at that time. Combine that with interest rates being so low, and, we had very low inventory, and the market looked quite different. So we were seeing a huge acceleration in sales prices, a lot of competition. So homes were appreciating from, maybe 30% to 46% during that time. It's crazy. That was just unheard of and not normal for a year over year type of rate of appreciation. So now, after after COVID is over and we're having some more, the inflation kicked in. We're doing some market correction. So prices are going down from what they were. We're still having, a pretty steady appreciation over year, but nothing like we did in 2020. So, with interest rates, well, I guess back in October, they were up to 8%. Now we're closer to 6.5. So, which is, it's not completely abnormal if you look historically. It just wasn't the 2 to 3 that, we're all getting so used to. So, but yeah, with all of those forces in effect now, it's actually a more balanced market. Buyers are having some opportunity that they didn't have in the previous years. And, sellers are having a little bit more time to think and get their home on the market and prepare. And so, yeah, but here comes spring and summer, and it's gonna crank back up to a normal speed for spring and summer in 2020.
Yeah, just walk us through your process. What makes you a little different? We hear all these, or I see all these different reviews that you get, some really awesome reviews and stuff. So I wanted to just kind of hear what is your process, what makes you unique, and how do you kind of handle that as a realtor?
Yeah. Well, I think everybody's situation and life experience and their needs and desires and preferences and where are they coming from, where are they going, it's all so different. So being able to tailor the services and that the type of communication with each client, and building a rapport based on listening to actually what they need and what their goals are is a huge deal. Not every transaction is the same by far. You may have one that's very simple, one that's very complicated. It just depends on what's the dynamic and what is going on. What are they looking for? I think too, being in Austin for so long does help as well because I'm familiar with so many different areas, schools and communities and you know amenities in different places. So that helps a lot too. And just depends on where the client's coming from. I mean, are they a first time home buyer? Are they an investor? Are they purchased several homes? Are they looking, to downsize or retire or upsize? Where are they and what type of, communication is needed with each client. But I think, yeah, the more communication, more transparency, and laying out all of the steps. Because even if they've purchased a home several times before or sold a home, several times before, the laws change, things change, contracts change. So just being, one step ahead, so that everybody knows what's coming and what the next steps are as we go along is helpful.
You mentioned communication, kind of finding out where they are, and I think a lot of people, you go to networking meetings or you talk to people and they're like, well, yeah, I try to listen, but that's probably the one constant among other things, but I see that constantly, when people are talking about you in your reviews, is that Meleah listened. Meleah, she's a good listener. She listened to what we wanted. She heard what we said. So I think that that's really important, and I think that not only just in real estate, but I think just in business in general. I think that that is a huge, huge thing. So hearing you say that, but then also knowing that that's backed up your with what you're doing, I think is really important. So that's really awesome to hear that. You mentioned you've been in Austin for so long. One of the other cool things that I've seen, just like on your social media, as well as also on your LinkedIn, is really cool seeing that, it's not just like, well, hey, I got this new house that's on or something, but it's, hey, this is what's happening this weekend in Austin. I think you did something during the Super Bowl. I think you do stuff like during, just I remember during the holidays you did something and you were like, hey, these are really cool places to go, and I think that's really neat. I think that that's a really cool way to stay engaged with your clients, because I was thinking, I remember when I was like, oh, okay, so who's Meleah? It wasn't just, okay, well, look at all these cool things that I've done, right? Or look at all these cool houses that I've sold. It's all these cool things that you can do around Austin, and I think that that really helps people see like, oh, okay, like Meleah really knows what she's talking about, not just on the real estate, but like you said, the amenities, the schools, the areas, and so that's really awesome. That's really awesome to see that, because I think that really shows a lot as a realtor, and just as someone who knows what they're doing. You're able to back that up and all that.
Thank
From
you.
here on out, I guess, what are some things that you're kind of expecting to see for the rest of 2024? That you think or suspect will happen market wise?
Right. Well, just like every other market, it's driven by supply and demand, and of course, the interest rates are going to play a factor in there. The demand is higher when the interest rates look better, but I've seen a lot more activity. Buyers are coming back out and feeling more confident. The economy is looking better. The stock market's looking better. So, there's a little bit of a different confidence that I'm seeing now. And so, it's not a feeding frenzy like we saw before, but interest rates went down just a tad in January. And as soon as they did that, I was seeing multiple offers on certain homes, depending on the price point. Anything pretty much under 500,000 moving very quickly. Some of the luxury market as well is starting to pick up. So I think, as we've got some more Fed announcements coming soon, and how will that affect the interest rates? I know that they want to see, inflation, closer to 2% before they do much of a big change. So we'll see what happens in March is the next time that they'll meet, and we'll hear, what happens after that. The job market reports look very strong, so that kind of goes against what the Fed wants, as far as bringing inflation down. So yeah, it's just all those factors that we're kind of waiting to see what happens. I think we'll be right, where we are right now, 6.5% ish, for maybe the late spring, early summer. That's just a prediction, but we're seeing more activity. Homes are moving, and but it's 80 degrees here. It's like spring already, so I think everybody's kind of out and about and moving more too, and getting ready for the next thing.
But Meleah, the question was again: is there any advice, anything that for realtors, for home buyers, or just anything that you just kind of want to share, just about yourself, about what you do, or just any advice that you may have, or just really just anything that you wanted to say at all? I leave the platform open to you right now.
Okay. Well, I guess what I would say is, above all, I'm not here to say it's time, you need to buy a home or you need to sell your home. Everything is so driven by where you are in your life stage, where you want to be. It's all so individual, but right now is an opportune time, if you are ready to buy, to look into the options. There's so many available financing options that make purchasing with the interest rates between 6 and 7, as they are now, much easier, whether it's buy downs or different types of programs depending on your down payment, planning to refinance later. Prices are looking really good right now because of all of the corrections, and there's a lot of inventory, less competition. So if you're a buyer, it's a great time. It's a good time to take advantage of it, if you're ready with some various financing opportunities that you could consider. If you're selling, same thing. I mean, there's going to be buyers that are still looking. Everybody's got stages in life that require buying or selling. So anyway, it's whether you're a buyer or a seller, it's still a positive, more balanced market. Everybody's getting to take a little bit more time, think through, do your due diligence, and calm down. So with that said, I mean, it's all individual. And then, as far as finding me, I'm all about, education. If you just want to talk about what's happening in the market, you want to explore opportunities or options that you have, I try to do that on social media too, just not just talk about, like you said, what listings do I have? What homes, are for sale, or what have I sold? Or even what's going on in Austin, but, education about financing options or parts of the contract, or, rights as a buyer and a seller, just so you can navigate that process, because it is a little bit overwhelming, if you haven't ever dove into the home buying and selling before. So I think that's the most important thing as a agent, is just to provide communication and education, because you're dealing with maybe the largest purchase or the largest sale, or the largest asset that somebody may have. So it takes a lot of thought and trust and information to make the right decision there.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, and that does remind me. Yeah, I like how you do post the pictures with, hey, are you looking for financing, or what is, and then whatever that real estate term is. I think that's really cool. You're just casually looking through Instagram, and then, oh, hey, someone just gave you an informational, tidbit about real estate, or looking to buy a home or sell a home, and I think that's really awesome. Again, just kind of continues to show that you really know what you're doing. Well, Meleah, I really appreciate you. I'm sorry for all the technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on. I didn't do this before, so I apologize. But where can people find you? Social, wherever, where can they find you in various places? I'm also going to I'll put these in the description as well, but where can they find you?
Okay, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all under Meleah Wehman Real Estate. So Instagram is Meleah Wehman Real Estate. You can find me on Facebook as well with my business page, and then LinkedIn. You can find my name there as well.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Cool. Awesome. And I'm going to link all that down below in the description so that people can find you. They can reach out to you, or, hopefully find a lot of what you said, really informational and educational. So.
Yes. And also my website, MeleahWehmanRealEstate.com.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, that's right. Yeah, you don't want to forget the website. Yeah, so I appreciate that, Meleah, you just coming on and just really letting us kind of dig into kind of some things, and really just let us know what you do and how you do it. And just really, again, just seeing your reviews and seeing what you do, you really do an awesome job. So I appreciate you taking your time out. I know you're busy, and I really thank you so much for coming on. And again, I apologize for the darn technical difficulties. Thank you so much. You were wonderful. And I'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. I'll see you later.